Hi, this is Dorangela Bobet, founder of Two Prince Bakery Theater. Today we're going to be making vegan pineapple scones. First, you're going to start with 3 1/3 cup of all-purpose baking flour. We're going to be using gluten-free baking flour, and we're going to put it in the mixer. So let's start. Get my flour in there. We've already pre-measured it. So get all your 3 1/3 cups of flour in there because we're going to be mixing all of our dry ingredients in first. So get all that in. And the all-purpose flour is usually already pre-sifted, so we don't have to do all the sifting either, which is nice. It makes a big mess, so we don't have to do that. Get it all in. And actually for the rest of this, I think I could just dump it right in. So let me dump it right in. There we go. So 3 1/3 cups of flour. We have 1 tablespoon of baking soda. We have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then we have a 1/4 cup of turbinado sugar. Turbinado sugar is like kind of grainy, which probably gives it a little texture when you make the scones. Okay, let's mix that together now. Now we're ready to add our wet ingredients. Let's add our 5 tablespoons. Mix it up a little bit because it's like creams. The cream like rises to the top of the coconut milk. And then we're going to add our 4 tablespoons of light olive oil. Make sure that it is light because if it's regular olive oil, it will taste very olivey and you don't want that. The light olive oil disappears and you don't taste it at all. Next, I'm going to show you coconut oil. We need 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. It comes in this consistency right here. As a final wet ingredient, we're going to be adding 1 1/2 teaspoons of egg replacer, 2 tablespoons of warm water, to 3 tablespoons of applesauce. And this is going to be the substitute for the egg since this recipe is vegan and is egg-free. Now we're adding 1/2 cup of dried pineapples, which I have chopped to make into smaller pieces because sometimes it comes very large pieces. And 1/3 cup coconut flakes. Let's turn that up a little bit. Now we need to roll out our scones. So first we need to flour the board so it doesn't stick to it too much. And our rolling pin. I'm making a big mess in the process. All right, so hopefully that'll help it not stick. Start to roll it. And you don't want to roll this very thin because you're making scones obviously and they're going to be chunkier. And scones don't really rise very much because they're like a biscuit. Okay, so now we're ready to put these into the 400-degree preheated oven. We're going to use a cookie sheet that we have lined with a piece of parchment paper. And just gently, they're very fragile because they're crumbly, so you gotta be careful to put them on here. Our vegan pineapple scones are out of the oven. They took 10 minutes to bake. And now we're ready to put them on a plate. And here you have it, vegan pineapple scones.